Have you ever felt like you had gone too far? Too many mistakes, too many wrong turns, too many regrets. Perhaps you've wondered if God still hears your prayers, if His mercy can still reach someone like you. The story of Jonah reminds us that no matter how deep we fall, God's grace reaches even deeper. God called Jonah with a clear purpose. He was to go to the great city of Nineveh and warn its people to turn from their wickedness. But Jonah didn't want to obey. Instead of following God's direction, he ran the opposite way. He boarded a ship, hoping he could escape the calling God had placed on his life. But no one can outrun God. Soon, a violent storm arose. The waves crashed against the ship. The sailors feared for their lives. While everyone else fought to survive, Jonah slept below deck. Eventually, he admitted that the storm had come because he was running from God. He told the sailors to throw him into the sea. The moment they did, the storm stopped. But Jonah's story wasn't over. God appointed a great fish to swallow him. Imagine the darkness. No sunlight, no way out. No hope of rescuing himself. For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah sat in complete isolation. There were no distractions, no escape, only silence, only the weight of his own choices. Sometimes God allows us to reach the end of ourselves, so we finally realize that He is all we have. From the depths of that impossible place, Jonah did something he had refused to do before. He prayed, and he cried out to God with these powerful words. I called out to the Lord out of my distress, and He answered me. What an incredible truth. Jonah wasn't praying from a palace. He wasn't praying after everything had been fixed. He prayed from the middle of his darkest moment, and God heard him. Notice something beautiful. God didn't wait until Jonah deserved mercy. God responded the moment Jonah turned back to Him. Soon afterward, the great fish released Jonah onto dry land. God could have chosen someone else. He could have ended Jonah's story there. Instead, He gave him another opportunity. Jonah returned to the mission he had been given. He went to Nineveh. He preached God's message. An entire city repented. Lives were changed because one man discovered that God's mercy is greater than human failure. Maybe you feel like Jonah today. Perhaps you've been running from God, running from your purpose, running from forgiveness. Or maybe you're simply overwhelmed by the storms of life. You feel trapped, alone, without hope. Remember Jonah. Your darkest place does not have to become your final destination. Sometimes the place that feels like the end is actually where God begins to transform your heart. The storm wasn't meant to destroy Jonah. It was meant to redirect him. The fish wasn't God's punishment. It became God's rescue. What looked like the end became the beginning of a new chapter. The same is true for you. No failure is too great for God's mercy. No distance is too far for His grace. No prayer offered with a sincere heart goes unheard. God still listens. God still forgives. God still restores. Perhaps today is your moment to stop running, to stop carrying the weight of guilt, to stop believing that you've gone too far. Cry out to the Lord, not because your circumstances are perfect, but because He is faithful. The God who heard Jonah from the depths of the sea still hears every sincere prayer today. And just as He answered Jonah, He is able to answer you. Because God's mercy reaches farther than your failures, and His grace is greater than your deepest distress.